Hi everybody, my name is Kevin Garcia and I would like to thank you for coming to actually watch my video for our LGBT course. So my video is actually going to focus on the Defense of Marriage Act and the negative effects that it has on couples when one of the partners is actually not an American citizen yet. So before we jump into the focus, which is on how gay and lesbian couples that have one partner that would not be a United States citizen when they're married, I really want to talk about what the Defense of Marriage Act is. I know that we've covered it before in class, but just to clarify or maybe to remind everybody, the Defense of Marriage Act was instituted in 1996 under Bill Clinton and a Republican Congress. And it essentially establishes that regardless of what state law is, the federal government will only recognize a marriage between one man and one woman. Bear in mind that when a heterosexual couple is married, they pay a small fee to actually get their marriage license. And then they're awarded a ton of different protections under that marriage that are not afforded to gay couples when they're married under state law. So these are a lot of different things that are affecting them federally. From things that when passing possessions on to the person that has died to their spouse after their death, taxation, which is actually the reason why DOMA is at the Supreme Court right now. One of the people that are actually taking or have their case taken to the Supreme Court is the widow of the first female astronaut in space, and her estate, their estate, was taxed, and she had to pay the federal government $300,000. And that is because even though they're married and their marriage is recognized by most of New England and some other areas in the United States, the federal government does not recognize their marriage and recognizes her as a stranger. So even though she inherited all of her spouse's possessions, the federal government recognizes her as not her wife. There's been a huge sea change in the support for gay marriage here in the United States, and I think that's something that's really, number one, awesome, and something that really needs to be applauded because we've had just a huge change. I think we have really amazing support in the White House right now with the Obama administration, and just within a lot of areas of government with people that are coming out. You have Hillary Clinton, who finally gave her support earlier this year. You have even like Republican senators like Rob Portman from Ohio, who came out in support of gay marriage. I mean, particularly after his son came out, but even still, that's kind of across the aisle type of support, which is awesome. With the Defense of Marriage Act, one of the huge problems that we're really facing, though, is that uh, there are so many federal benefits that are not allowed to gay couples when they get married in a state that actually allows gay marriage. We just saw Rhode Island and Minnesota approve gay marriage in their states, but even still, it's still a state-by-state basis. So there are a lot of things aside from immigration rules that are still ruled, but that's one that I really want to focus on with this video. One of the things to keep in mind is that if you are a heterosexual couple that has not yet gotten married, and one of you is not an American citizen yet, either you have a visa that you're here with or you're actually a foreign national, if you get married to the American citizen, you can file paperwork that would allow you to become a permanent resident and then move through the steps to eventually become a U.S. citizen. At this point, there is nothing that allows a gay couple to do the same thing. For LGBT couples who are married or intend to be married to receive the same benefits, including immigration benefits, we're going to have to see the fall of the Defense of Marriage Act. The Defense of Marriage Act is currently sitting before the Supreme Court, and we're expecting a decision either the end of this month or through the month of June. So one of the things that we have to be really prepared for is the possibility that the Supreme Court might uphold DOMA. One thing to keep in mind is that there are 5 conservative justices and 4 liberal justices on the Supreme Court. And while it might seem cut and dry as far as the legality of what's happening to gay and lesbian couples being denied federal benefits, there's always the potential that the politics of the Supreme Court justices, even though they're sworn not to uphold those, may actually work against gay and lesbians. So let's talk about resources. Until the Defense of Marriage Act is overturned, many gay and lesbian couples that are partnered and may have even gotten married in the states that they live in are not going to be able to receive the same immigration benefits that their heterosexual counterparts are going to be afforded. One of the great resources I've been able to find on the internet is the Immigration Equality website, which is dedicated to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender immigrants, as well as immigrants with HIV status. And their website is an amazing resource, and it actually features a really huge answer section that will answer many questions regarding decisions that couples may want to know, so that they can make good decisions while they're waiting for the Defense of Marriage Act to finish up through the Supreme Court, as well as the immigration policies that are being addressed and decided in the Senate and the Congress. Another really good website is the National Immigrant Justice Center. They offer connections to pro bono attorneys for LGBT immigrants and offers help when dealing with asylum information and evidence that can actually be used in cases when a specific immigrant is trying to receive asylum here in the United States, in case their home country would be hostile to them because of their sexual orientation or their HIV status. And then the third website is the Immigration Legal Resource Center. They're a great general resource for understanding U.S. immigration law, as well as a resource for finding legal options. So thank you for staying through my video. I know there's a lot of information that was thrown out there, particularly with the Defense of Marriage Act. But what I would really encourage you to do is stay tuned to what's going on in the news. If the Defense of Marriage Act is overturned, then that's going to really create a lot of opportunities for gay couples that want to get married and want to be able to sponsor their spouse so that they can eventually become a U.S. citizen. But if the Defense of Marriage Act is upheld, then that's really going to fall back on us as citizens to make some kind of change. So if you see that in the coming months that it is upheld, make a lot of noise. Get connected on social media. Reach out to your congresspeople. Get your families to reach out to their congresspeople. Make sure that this momentum that we have with marriage equality all across the United States really makes a major change. So thank you again so much. I've had a really great semester, and this was an awesome project. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and cross your fingers for the Supreme Court decision. Thanks again now. Bye.